Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom.
Mike.
And today, Subscriber Sample Saturday. So today's episode of Subscriber Sample Saturday is brought to you by Danny Dodd.
Thank you, Danny.
Thank you very much, Danny, for this subsample. This happens to be sample number 13 if you're playing along at home.
13.
Yep.
Woo! I should be smoking it.
Yep, this is lucky number 13. So for those of you that may be new, thanks for joining us. And feel free to hit that subscribe button while you're here. Just and hit the dislike button just for fun. But or hit the like button either way. We'd love to have you join our community.
Have a dislike button?
There is a dislike button.
No, I know there is.
Yeah.
Has anyone hit it?
Oh, I honestly don't even know.
I've never seen one.
We have like they take it off because there was like a team of people that were going on and they were doing like massive dislikes on people's videos and people were getting offended.
I'd be laughing.
They took it off. They took away the dislike button. So
no, I think it's still on there.
It's on there, but it doesn't show up because it used to go like there's 17,000 dislikes.
You're not a cat.
And people would get offended, right?
Yeah.
So they kind of took it away.
For any of you that are cats,
stop. And we, but okay. So this right here, Subscriber Sample Saturday.
Sorry.
Danny sent this one in.
Thank you, Danny.
We're going to try to guess type. We're going to try to guess price. We're going to try to guess proof.
Oh, I can't guess anything right now.
We're going to try to get Mike off a topic is what we're going to do. This has a decent nose right off the bat.
It does.
And I didn't even get to actually spin it on the glass yet.
All right. Serious.
Ooh, this has actually a very nice nose coming out of here.
It is very nice.
I'm trying to see if there's anything distinct before I take a sip of it, but
it comes out quick, which we haven't had.
That's what I mean. Like, it doesn't smell like Weller, but it's like a Weller nose where it's actually coming out of the glass. I'm guessing this has a little bit of something to it. You know what I mean? Like proof-wise, maybe?
I'm not getting that.
I'm not getting ethanol either.
No.
But it smells like it has substantial amount of substance in it.
It has. I think it's carrying something. Because now nice. I've figured this out. Baby sips.
You got to do baby sips.
But it's still.
Oh, that's nice.
It's holding on.
That's holding on.
Oh, it's definitely holding on.
No, that's nice.
And the nose was really good.
I'm gonna give it a second here. It's still. It had a decent amount of flavor. It had a decent hang time on it too.
It's still there.
It's still like on the very back of my tongue. It's got the pop.
So I did it in the front of my tongue, so
it's
there, and then it's holding here in my throat. But
that was very.
There was
tasty,
a different nose note though.
Yeah, off the top of my head, I don't want to say it.
The note. What, you think you guessed it?
No. I'm just trying to think. It's that borderline. It's that borderline. But it's not there yet, so I don't want to say it. But it's hinting on like that grassy smell, like the hay grassy smell. It's hinting.
See, again, I don't get that.
It's not really there yet, though, so I didn't want to say
whatever it is. It's carrying.
It's it had a very good flavor.
I don't even know if this might be in a high rye, because I switched that everywhere this time. It's pretty sparkly, but it also carries a proof. So I'd say, I think we're at least, my guess we're at 120 something, 120 anyway.
Well, I would agree. You didn't even guess whether it'd be a rye or a bourbon.
No, I think we're in a bourbon land.
I say that too, but there is a nice sweet flavor when it hits your tongue, though.
It might be a high rye bourbon.
Yeah.
It's really.
I'm trying to see if any kind of a mint at all comes out.
I'm getting more caramel-esque. Is probably the heaviest note in the nose. It's still a very good nose, though.
When you really job your snozzler in there, you're up there. I agree with you. I think I would say like 122. Like you're up in the 120s.
But super caramel-esque.
No. There was absolutely nothing I didn't like about this one so far. I'm still torn on. I agree with you with the high rye bourbon. It could very well there, but that's a tricky thing. Whether I'm just trying to see if is it an actual rye, and we're just thinking it might be a high rye.
I'll make my decision. I'm leaning towards a bourbon. And if I can make another note, it's a very good bourbon. I'm pretty happy.
It
with
is actually very.
Because
This is I like this a lot.
Even though I think it's proofy,
It's not drinking hot.
no, it's very, very.
No.
It'll be another one on a knock your socks off type deal that you could sit there sipping, thinking you're drinking,
It's not hot in your mouth. And
90 proof
even
well
when
or
you
something.
roll it around, you get a little bit of the pop rocky feeling.
That's why.
And it's not even really giving me a hug either.
No,
That's
it does,
the weird
it does
part.
hang on in my throat.
But not like, wow, that's hot. Like sometimes you get some and you're like,
I think
ooh.
maybe lately we've kind of adjusted to that.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah, but we've had a couple bookers lately that drank, like they just were hot. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't drinking with this much flavor and taste. You know what I mean? That's why I'm thinking I'm going to go with bourbon on this one myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that.
I
Finished
did bourbon.
I don't think it's finished. I'm not getting a fruity or a nut. I'm not
even
getting a
huge
ton of
oak.
oak presence on the end of it either. So I'm gonna say unfinished.
But the nose is really there. I'm not disappointed at all.
No. What is here is here. Like there's. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just trying to guess. We could be 100% wrong. Again, you guys are gonna see this. We put up the thumbnails, and I roll the bottle once we reveal it. But I have no idea what.
There is a nice oak presence in the end, though.
This is actually very good.
It's almost like a sweet oak presence in the end. That last sip, I didn't swish it, so I just swallowed it. It was like
It's subtle though. It's not a heavy oak presence.
No.
Yep.
Sweet light oak presence.
This whole thing drinks sweet to me. That's the problem with the proof that makes it tricky.
What's weird? It's
drinking.
almost like the light whiskey.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. It's drinking. It has that. It's
not
what
that I
you
don't
said.
have the nose
you
of
said
the light
cotton
whiskey.
candy, and I was saying the rock candy, like that rock candy sweetness on
get that
the whole
tip
thing.
in your tongue.
That goes through. What do you think, price wise, on this one? That's the tough thing when you have no idea what bottle you're even looking at. Where would you be comfortable?
I would not be disappointed at $89.99.
Neither would I, but I was actually going to go up. I was going to go
that.
upwards of $100. There's nothing in this that I wouldn't like, and we paid $100 for every Booker's lately.
Well, and
I think it tastes better than most of the ones we've had lately.
Well, that and the Penelope light whiskey was close
was like
to 100.
That was like 110.
So,
actually.
and the other one we just picked up, the RY3.
Yeah. So if it was,
and I'm not even sure if it is the light whiskey, but it has similar to that.
It doesn't remind me of what did we just do? The R3 one where it has that sweetness, but it doesn't have the same flavor profile on that.
The nose is probably a little bit better.
I'm thinking this might be somebody's single barrel. I'm thinking.
Or a store
what did we
pick.
say? Oh, that's what I meant, like a store pick type of thing. I said 122.
Thank you for all that,
price.
because we can't get them. But
No, appreciate it. And what do you Let's rate it just for fun.
So 79. I'm thinking
there,
again. I'm not going to be disappointed if this was at $100 because I do believe it's worthy of that.
Yeah, I'm thinking anything under that, I'll be happy with it. I would pay $100 for this because this rivals, like when you look back and you think about like all the Remus repeals and Magnet. We paid way more than that, and this would
by
compete.
itself. So
It's hard to tell.
It is,
but I think it's way proofier.
Definitely, the oak finish is starting to come through. Mm-hmm. Grade.
Has a nice caramel presence in the front with a nice oaky end. Actually, this is absolutely delicious.
I'm pretty well leaning towards like a B+.
I'm even higher. I'd go a solid A- for this, with not knowing what it is or price.
So
it doesn't even
I was
matter.
gonna say B+, A-
Yep.
myself.
Yep.
So I'm not disappointed
Because
if it's $300, an A- would be a little rough, but.
Well, my thinking, I'm not, because I try not to factor in the actual price of it on it.
I can go with you with A-. Again, we're not really far off on that.
If it's the proof that we think it is, it doesn't drink at that proof.
Oh.
That's the key. Like, it is a very refined tasting
correct.
whiskey. You know what I mean? Like, I'm hoping it is like in the 120s or at least the high 110s. It doesn't drink hot at all, though.
No.
So we're guessing that just off the feel.
It's very smooth.
But yeah, so I'm if it is everything we said it is, I'd be an easy A- on this one, just without even knowing what it is.
I can go with that.
All right, let's see. I'm not gonna write it in because we don't have the bottle yet. But thank you again, Danny, for sending this in.
Thank you, all of you. But Danny,
this happens to be on this one. I knew he was going to send one of these in too because I have had a huge distaste for this company. But this is the Barrell Vantage Cask Strength. So it is a bourbon. He got it for $80, so you almost damn near nailed the price. And so this is 114.62 proof. It's 5 to 8 year aged. It's finished in a Mizunara French and toasted American oak cask. So this is where that oak keeps coming out, where you kept saying it.
Towards the end, it did.
So it's 80% corn, 12% rye, and 8% malted barley. Honestly, we haven't. This would be the first barrel I can actually say that I really actually enjoyed. Oh, I do like the one that
By who again?
Barrel. Like, these guys right here.
Yeah.
I do like this one that tastes like it. So this is the Barrel Company on there. But we had that other barrel. What was it? Dovetail that I really didn't like at all.
And I didn't mind that.
And he used to say he likes this one. To me it gave a huge grassy taste, and it was nasty.
You did say that right along. Again, I don't get the grass, so for me,
and I didn't like that.
This was still very, and that's pretty cheap for a barrel.
Right, because anytime I've seen Barrel, most times it's in Connecticut, and it's 85 and up. When I say up, it's 85 and up. Because some of them are way
they're
higher.
behind glass charge for 170, 180.
That's what I mean. Sometimes
45.
there is a couple of them, like I know the
It might be a
Dovetail.
different category, but whatever. But,
well, they do have like their standard, like their like release number 32 or whatever it is. Like they have their normal releases too. But
the others are.
This one, this is one that I hands down, I would actually, for $80, I'd buy this all day long. I think this tastes very good. It drinks very refined. There's nothing negative.
115, you said? 114?
Yeah, 114.62 proof.
Yeah, so again, you put that against Old Granddad, this is smoking it.
Yeah, because Old Granddad's rough.
Yeah.
It drinks with a lot of elbows and a lot of...
It doesn't have...
I got the grassy taste out of the Old Granddad.
But I know, but it doesn't have... This is to me, more refined.
Funny, for those of you who have never done this, now that I know that it's finished in different casks, like you can almost smell. You know what I mean? Like there is that. You did say sweet oak, so he actually said it, but I talked myself out of it because it didn't have. The more it sits in the glass, and once you know what it is, that's why I actually like doing blinds like this, where I like doing like the Mystery Mash Monday, because you get 100% what you're tasting in the glass, but as soon as you know what they are. Then your mind starts going, oh no, I can smell this. I can smell this. You know what I mean? Like it's just
so. There's one of two ways, I guess.
This is very good, though.
Later in the evening, your mind gets more creative too.
True.
So then you come up with, if I can only remember that.
Yeah, and you don't.
And I don't.
Because by the time it's later in the evening, I'm not remembering a whole lot of anything.
But at the time, it's a very, very wow.
I haven't had enough time remembering to go to bed.
If I could only remember that, that's just wow, this is really this nose and this. I do have great nose at 10 o'clock.
That's always the way. But thank you, Danny, for sending this in. This was an actually very good sample. And thank you mainly because you actually sent one in that I have a hard time buying Barrel because I haven't had one I really truly loved. And they're not cheap. They're always up there around us. So
lately I've been passing them because
this is one I would love to have this as a bottle. And then I'd love to put this up against stuff to see how it pans out. So we'll have to keep an eye out.
It was what? Barrel what?
Vantage.
Vantage?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So, and finishing a couple casks. So, we didn't do very well, but we drank very well. Let's put it that way. Yeah, well, I shouldn't say that. We hit the notes. We just talked ourselves out of them. That's all there is to it. So, I did say it's a good chance this is high teens. This has a nice sugary. The more it sits in the glass, the better it keeps getting too.
So, I overshot it. I said 120, but
I went even higher than you. So, lucky number 13. Thank you again for everyone else had participated in this. Thank you, Danny, for this sample.
Thank you very
Hope
much.
you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more.
Cheers.
Cheers.